Hello students, welcome to your statistics course. Okay, all right, so today what we're going to talk about is all the requirements. Well, pretty much we're going to try to navigate through Canvas, and I'd like to point out certain things that you may need as extra resources or just resources. And so let's get started. Okay, so right in front of you, you should see the main page of Canvas, and you should see the recent announcement. Okay, so today we have the week one assignments and due dates. You have the welcome announcement from me, and you have the instructor information of, and office hours available. And then you have some other stuff that you may need. So how to screen capture um, your desktop just in case you have a problem doing some work and you want to kind of demonstrate what you're struggling with in terms of technology. You can take a screen capture and send it to me, or tech support, and so on. Okay, so screen capture for Windows 10 and also for other operating system. Okay, and there are some other stuff that some other announcement available in terms of I will show you in a bit. All right, so let's go through the simple syllabus. So you click here. All right, so here, this is where you're gonna get all your information for the course. First, you're gonna have my information. There's not a lot of information. You just have my email, but I do not want you to use this email, right? I want you to use the inbox. Okay, so I frequently check the inbox. If you're using Durand at eaglegatecollege.edu, then it's going to get into my Microsoft Outlook inbox, right, which is different from this one. Right, this is the course inbox, and so this is what I check pretty much every day for the course. The best way to communicate with me is through here. Okay, but in case of emergency, you may want to use this one. All right, so moving down, so the rest is pretty much information about the course, the method of instruction, the course objectives of the of this statistic course, course outcome, and so on. Right, so number of credits, the length of this course, which is 8 weeks, and the required materials. The required materials will be in Cengage, and so it will be available through certain links. Okay. Here you also have a breakdown of your grades. You have discussion forums, so you will have weekly discussions from week 1 through 7, and must be done. That's part of your participation, and it will be worth a total of 175 points. Then you have your WebAssign, which will be in a I think WebAssign is a Cengage product, and this is where you're going to do your homework, your weekly homework, and test. So 8 tests. Every week you will have a test, and you will also have homework assignments. Okay, week 4 and week 8, respectively, you will have a midterm and a final exam, and you can see the points allocated for your each exams. Okay, when it says summative, that means that the midterm will cover chapter 1 through week 1 through 4, and then your final exam will cover week 5 through 8. Okay, if you go further down, you would see your grading scales. You will need, to pass this course, you will need a 75%, not a 70%, but a 75%. Okay, so that's very important to know. And to check. So you want to make sure you check your weekly, your grades weekly, so that you know that you're always above 75%. Okay. Student support. Any problem with Canvas or the course or anything, include with your desktop, then you can use this link. And I believe in this link you may have some numbers or that you can contact their staff, and they will help you. In addition to your resource, you have BrainFuse. BrainFuse is a tutorial platform where on a monthly basis, which is not a lot, it's 3 hours per month. But do not worry, we do have extra resources with extra individuals such as myself and another instructor to provide tutoring services. Okay, so so you have the writing lab. I don't think you need the writing lab. Maybe if you struggle with this discussion, maybe you will need the writing lab. And you have the math lab. The math lab, this is where you're going to have some additional information about tutoring. So let's get into this page. And here, welcome to math lab. And if you want to schedule an individual appointment with Professor David Hayes, then you have all his emails here and phone number. Okay, so if you want an individual appointment for tutoring, after you use BrainFuse, so make sure you use BrainFuse because it's free. After you've exhausted all those hours, right? Let's say this is July. You only have 3 hours for this month. If you exhaust all those hours, then you can start either asking me if I'm available. Since I'm part-time, I'm only available certain hours, but Professor Hayes is full-time, so he has more times to help you out. Okay, and so you can set up an appointment with Professor Hayes. Okay, when you contact him, this is very important. You have to provide him the following information: your contact info, name and school email address, course code for this. I think it's MTH 205 for this course. The name, applied statistics, and the instructor name will be my name. Okay, Mr. Durand. And that's all you have to do. Okay, beyond the BrainFuse tutoring services. Okay, and obviously, contact me. You can email me to set up an appointment. Usually on weekends, I'm available for an hour or so. Or if you have a question, if you have a specific question, you can send me that question. You can take a screenshot of that question in my in that Cengage platform, the WebAssign, and you say, well, I'm struggling with this, and I can send you a video, right, explaining those concepts. Okay, so that's not a problem with me, and that's even better for me because I can create those videos at any time and then send you a link, and you will have it whenever you want. Okay, so that's for my math lab, and then the rest you can read on your own. Those are policies and so on that you need to be aware of. And then you have a class schedule, meaning all the assignments that are due in the next 8 weeks. Okay, so you have all those information there, but those information will be also posted as an announcement on a weekly basis. All right, so let's go to announcement now. All right, so the announcement here, so the view is my view as an instructor, right? So far, the only thing that you're going to see is, what are you going to see? You're not going to see week 2. You're just going to see week 1. And next week you'll start seeing week 2, and so on. Okay? So there are a lot of information here. right? And one of the very important information here is technology sheets. And let's navigate through this technology sheet. All right, so Dr. Hayes, Professor, I keep on saying Dr. Hayes, but it's Professor Hayes, has created a web page where you can do some statistical calculation, right, on a spreadsheet, right? And all you have to do is enter, the information from those problems and get the result from those spreadsheets, which will greatly simplify the calculation process. Okay, so all you have to do is click here to get an overview of how to use a spreadsheet, and then this link here, docs.google.com here, document, you will have access to those spreadsheet that that are related to those weekly assignments. So for example, let me see here. I believe week 1 you're gonna be using. I believe there's chapter 1, but chapter 1 is more theoretical than calculation, and chapter 2 you will start doing frequency distribution, and here you can go through those problems here, and it will demonstrate how to do.
Is come over here in yellow, you put in your data points.
How to do those problems.
And then you put in your number of classes here. So
okay. So make sure that
classes, then you put in 6 here.
You follow along, and here the spreadsheet is right here. So how to use it is the YouTube link, but the actual spreadsheet is right here, right where it says the X here. You click here. Yes, you have to make a copy. Yep. You may have to, if you don't have a Google account, you may have to have one. Not quite sure. But anyway, so this is the spreadsheet, and here it shows you how to handle the spreadsheet for frequency distribution, and you will have that for all the chapters, 2.1, 3.2, and so on. Whenever you need the spreadsheet for calculation, you will have it right here. Okay? So I strongly advise for you to use that. All right. All right, so we are done with announcement. Now let's go into modules. All right, so in modules, there are certain things that you're not going to see. You're not going to see that, for example. That's for me only. But the first thing you're going to have to do is to kind of start here. You're required to complete this module before you can access other course content. Okay, so you're going to have to go through the Canvas orientation. Make sure that you read the syllabus, download it, and acknowledge that you've done so, right? Then, just go through it. Make sure you introduce yourself to your classmates, right? Get to know each other, because you're gonna be, interacting in the discussion forum on a weekly basis. So you definitely want to introduce yourself. Student Cafe, if you're not quite sure. Student Cafe is, if you have a discussion with fellow students about current events, study groups, course content, and so on, is very informal. If you want to participate in that forum, that's fine. Okay. And so, yeah, so you want to cover all those things here. You want to make sure that you also do the acknowledgement quiz, right? So you have 2 things to acknowledge: the syllabus download and acknowledgement, and also the acknowledgement quiz, and those are worth about 3 points. And it will open up the access to the other modules, at least module 1, because there's a prerequisite there. Anyway, all right, so you have a lot of things here available. And so here for academic support connection, you're only going to see this one here, academic leadership connection for math. Okay, and this is my academic chair, Dr. Chattarji, and Jennifer Williams is the assistant dean, and they will be helpful to you if you need anything beyond the, you know, whatever I'm able to provide as a service, right? Tutoring and so on, right? So if you need, like for example, I believe if you need some additional hours for Brain Fuse, then you can email Dr. Chattarji, and he will see if he can accommodate that. If not, it will let you know that you can use me as a for tutoring services, or you can use Professor Hayes for tutoring. And sometimes he participates, and if you need help, he will help you as well. Okay, so so that's the academic leadership connections for this course. Let's go back to the module page. And let's go. And let's say and a lot of times. All right, so for week 1, so here you have the overview, you have the chapter 1 video, those are the resources. I'm not quite sure if you have any PowerPoints. Let me see. Usually you may have some PowerPoints, but not in this case. Okay, so here you have the information about whatever you're going to cover. 1.1 to 1.3 is very theoretical, right? Definitions, what is a the different types of random samples and experimental design, right? Here you have videos relating to those sections, right? So with some good explanation. If you're not comfortable with the textbook, then Professor Hayes again has created some videos where there's some additional explanation. Okay. What else do we have? I did not cover the part where you can access the actually this should not be there, so I need to edit that because it should be my name here with my information. So I need to edit that. I thought I did, but I guess not. All right, so here to access the textbook, you can click here, load the ebook. Okay, and voila, you can get access to the ebook. Okay, 1.1, 1.3, 1.3, and so on. Right. So if you feel comfortable with this ebook, you can go through it, read, and trying to complete your homework with those type of information. All right. So next. All right. So you have the videos. We know we have the videos. We have what else? All right, so same thing for chapter 2. You have an overview, the videos, and on top of that, you also have the discussion, right? So week 1 discussion will be about flu activity discussion. This is worth 25 points. You want to make sure that by Wednesday, you do your initial discussion, right? So you have to, so let me click there. I will explain. All right, so here, this is where you're going to interact with your classmate, and you're going to discuss this topic, right? The flu season strikes many parts of the country each year. The CDC and prevention track track various statistics on the spread. Go out on the following site and screen capture a statistical graph on one of the pages, pause the graph, and provide your interpretation of the graph. Obviously, in order to give an interpretation, then you have to read the sections, right? Chapter 1 and 2, and so you can give an accurate interpretation, or at least as close as possible as accurate. Okay, so that's the plan. So your initial discussion will, you just reply to this, and you insert the screen capture, right? So if you, let me reply here. If you want to put a screen capture, you're gonna have to use this images here. Press images, and let me see if I have a screen capture. I may have right here. I have a screenshot here, and you insert it. Those were some. I was showing something to my academic chair, and that's it. Right? That's a screen capture. That's all you have to do. Click on the images and upload that, and upload it, and that's it. And then write whatever explanation you may have. Okay? Once you have done that, before Sunday, you need to reply to 2 of your classmates, right, on their initial discussion, right? You want, maybe you want to give your perspective on their initial discussion, or how you disagree. Maybe you see, their explanation of the graph differently, and so share your disagreement respectfully, and then move on to another person and do the same thing. Okay? So I hope this is good information that I'm giving you. All right, so let's move on. So beyond the discussion, now you have your homework, right? So your homework would be chapter 1, chapter 2, and you will have to access WebAssign. Very easy. You click on whatever homework you need to complete, 1.1 for example, and then you're going to load WebAssign. You're gonna have a pop-up here, or it's going to open up another tab. And here it is. That's your 1.1 homework. And that's it. Okay? That's it. And you answer all those questions right here. Right here for 1.1. Okay? It happens sometimes that you may need an extension. I'd have rather, instead of clicking requesting extension here, I'd like you to email me, because when you request an extension here, it only posted here in Cengage. It does not send me an email. It doesn't forward me an email stating such person needs an extension. Okay, so if you request it today, I never really checked the assignments email. for whatever reason it doesn't forward that to me. Maybe I'll figure out a way to do so. But if you request an extension here, I advise you to send me an email and request an extension for whatever section you may need. Okay? All right, so we are done. So for 1.1 to 2 point something, right? 2.3, and even chapter 1 and 2 test, you're gonna access WebAssign, right? So that's it. Okay, and for week 2, 3, 4, and so on, it will be the same thing. So every week, discussion on Wednesday, initial response, then your 2 feedback or 2 responses to your classmate, and then your homework due on Sunday, homework and test due on Sunday. Okay. On week 4 and week 8, you will have a midterm exam and a final exam week 8. And that will be it after that. No quizzes. Obviously here you can see your grades. And here, BrainFuse, this is the link for you to get your tutoring that we discussed earlier. And that's about it. I think we covered pretty much everything, all the resources that you may need. If you have any question, and if you need additional guidance, please let me know. Email me, and I will facilitate that process. Okay? So thank you very much for your attention, and I will see you online. Take care. Goodbye.